Okay, so for those of you who missed it, um, yesterday we had, well, Friday night with the singles, there was a question and answer session. Yesterday, men, women, we had questions and answers as well. So the floor has been thrown open. These questions, the questions can be in the area of family, in the area of marriage. If you're single, you still have a question you think has not been answered, you are free to bring it up. So, and let's hope we can do this in 30 minutes or less. Okay. So, um, yes, if you're not bold enough to stand up, you can write your question and pass them across as well. The ushers can help with that. Brofola, Sister Kemi, or you just pass them to anybody you feel. So, do we have the second mic running? Okay, so you have a question, please? Okay, you just have it. So, questions, let's feel free. Let's be bold. We've had the story when God gives people words of knowledge and said there's somebody here, and the man of God is waiting. There's somebody here, or there's somebody here, nobody answered. And then people go Nicodemously, say, sir, I think I was the one. In some cases, grace is available to still minister. In some cases, the miracle doesn't happen. So the door is open, or grace is available right now. Questions in the area of finance, in the area of family. You're single, there's something you've not gotten clarity on. Please, let's feel free to ask. Okay, Brother Ernest.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is like this. You actually have a business idea, and
Can you increase the volume of that mic? Can you hear him, sir?
you have a business idea.
Okay.
You have a business idea, and
Yes.
you feel the environment you're in is not. Will I use the word? You feel that environment is not just good for that kind of. Not because it's not good, but a kind of area. And you're convinced in your spirit that that area is not just meant for that kind of business, and you're actually looking at a bigger picture, and not because you cannot go to that place, but maybe the funds. Like you said, fine, it's not about the funds, but you already have the structure and everything. But that particular area is what you are aiming at, and how do you achieve that? You have the bigger picture, like this is the kind of area I want, and you know that this area is actually in your own capacity. It's not you can't afford it. So how do you go about that?
Shall I respond to it?
Yes, sir.
So you want to answer him? Okay, please.
All right, praise the Lord.
Okay, hallelujah.
Question you asked just happened. I was staying in Kapusa. I do business.
Please increase this volume. We're staying in Kabusa. You do business.
I do business, but I'm not seeing anything. Sometimes I may go to my shop, stay 1 week, I'll just sell 2,000 naira. And I eat from there. People call me. I recharge my phone, definitely was gone later. So I was praying, fasting, doing midnight, and other things. You know what happened? Someone called me, he said, CJ, I don't like here where you did. I was like, God, is this the answered prayer? He said, move to Maraba, look for a shop there. Just find a shop. And I moved to Maraba after 2 months of searching. And I found shop at New Nyanya. Okay, how do I go there? How do I start? I keep praying, asking God. Just last week, someone called me. I see your handwork, and let me give you 500K. And I did not buy from Abuja here. I went to Onitsha to buy goods. Now, I tell you, I sell in wholesale. I don't sell retail. So the thing there is that you need to pray. Keep praying. Even though if you get an idea, keep praying. You may get the idea, but you don't know what to do about it. Keep praying. Forget about the money, like he said. Keep praying. Even when you get to the next stage, don't stop praying. Keep praying. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Happy? Yes, so because I think, and I like the fact that, he's excited about what's going on now, is why he's giving to you hot as it's happening to him. Because what I wanted to say was, what you have said is very generic. So you are giving me a parable, you want to get a parable in return. Do you understand? So I want to do a business, I want to do... What are you talking about? So yes, I'll allow you. So I would ask you for more details so that I understand what you are saying. Because he's assuming what you are saying. Is how he's answering. In my mind, as you are speaking, I'm imagining maybe you want to go to America.
Exactly. I was about to say, I hope this is not a coded way of saying this business cannot work in Nigeria.
So you understand? So I don't know exactly what you're saying.
It can be.
It can be. So it's a hypothetical question. So I can take it to any length, I will take it.
Selling, not because I cannot sell there, but I just feel that that area is not okay. For example, I was driving. Okay, I bought shawarma from a particular store, or before I even got that shawarma, there was a particular stand. I fell in love with that stand. I felt okay, my wife could actually do this. In short, I'm not. I really want to do a restaurant business, and I've always like, oh, my wife can cook. I wish all this kind of, me and my wife would not be selling and all that. I love that shop, and immediately I got to meet the owner of that place. I was like, okay, they said they were looking for somebody. And I said, okay, I want to do this. Immediately I said that thing. They said, no. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Like a week after, they started doing it. So, and I fell in love with the whole structure, with the box and everything. I was like, okay, no problem. But I cannot have the structure where I am. Not because I cannot have that structure, but I just feel this place, like you said, place of prayer. This is not a confirmation of me having the structure here. This is where I want. You understand? So sometimes I will go out, I will scout for areas, and I really want that place. I don't have the funds to say, I want to get this this place right now. So is there a way or a strategy again? Fine, God has made you understand that, okay, fine, I've given you a go ahead. Go out, spread your tentacles and all that. So is there a structure again or a strategy again whereby you can say, okay, you are getting this place. Maybe you look for an investor to say, okay, I want to partner with you, partnership and all that. That's what I'm just asking. So it's not as if I'm...
Okay, so let's be more specific and play around what you're saying now. So I feel that the first thing is not an investor. I feel the first thing is obedience. Yeah? And the first place to start is a small space. I have learned from the little experience God has given me from doing many things. Whatever you don't start small, if it crashes, you will not be able to start again. But whatever you start small, if it crashes, you can start again. So if it is trust in God that made you to start, yeah? And that is what you can start with. If anything happens to what you are doing, you will start again. Now, in my journey, I was sharing with you a video where I told my staff to destroy 2,000 crates of eggs. It's not a joke. 2,000 crates of eggs is how much? About 1 million. 4 million. And that's not all. That's the one I asked them to go and bury. Not the ones that have had problems. We were sharing eggs at the time. We moved it to Lagos and were sharing it. Come on, as in somebody first of all shared people 66 crates. And I said, we share people 66 crates. Come, as in, stop that. Be sharing it 66 eggs. Because if you give them 6 crates, it will spoil in their hand. But if it's 66 eggs, they can fry it 3 days, 4 days, 1 week, 2 weeks. It hasn't spoiled, but I was estimating that in another 2 weeks, we'll have problems. So dash it away. Now, those are losses. But I am not perturbed because I've seen small. I know what zero looks like. I always joke with people. People look at me and wonder. I say if everything gets bad and I'm broke, I will not be broken. I would apply to be a lesson teacher for maths for your children. I am the best maths teacher you will ever find. And I will do it at a very cheap price to start, and I will continue to premium up. If I have nothing else, I will resort to my passion, my talent, my skills, and I will scale up from there. Because my mind already has cultivated a big vision. So very quickly I'll be asking myself, how can I scale this lesson? There are people who are willing to pay 1 million naira for their children to know math. Do you understand? It's a niche. It's not everybody's market. It's a niche market. Can find that niche, sit down with that niche, have 10 clients, and I'm fine. If I ever go to zero today, I probably will live a better life than I'm living now. Because some of the things I'm holding on to now, I have already felt God has put something in my hand. Let me not allow it to spoil. Do you understand? So, the starting place for anything you want to do needs to be small. I will not readily invest in something that you are still thinking about. You need to show sign, show progress, demonstrate that it is working. Nobody wants to give money to you because they are nice. They want to see ROI. So, and the master also does that. He gave the person's one talent to the person who gained the most. He understands that if you can create value, you can be trusted with value. So, what everybody wants to see is, he said something. Someone said, I have seen your work. What attracted the money is I have seen your work. If you want to move it somewhere and there's no work to show them, there's no reason why they should give you anything. But if you have shown something, so I have a guy who says to me, I think I shared it yesterday as well. He said to me, CM, can I get 50K? I have a business I'm doing. When he returned it, he returned 51,000 naira. I didn't ask him for any interest. But he understands, I've taught him, I've trained him well. He understands that you don't return money at the same value you collected it. Because there are charges that everybody pays as well. So he returned 51,000 naira. What has he done? He has locked me down a bit. When he has a 200,000 naira business he wants to do, CM, do you have 200K? The 200K is in my account. He's not gaining 1,000. I send it to him. He does the business. CM, I need 1 million. 2 days. Send it to him. What is he doing? He's building trust. He's building trust. He's building trust. And he's showing me his work. When he comes and says, I want to take it to the next level, so I've planned, I can listen to that conversation. But if he says to me, I have an idea, there's a structure. I like structure. 2 people can do the same business. One person will fail, and the other one will succeed. Thank you. One person will fail, the other one will succeed. There's execution. Not everybody can execute. I'm sure there are people who have thought about these plantain chips. Maybe I can do it as well. Execution is different. The price that some people are willing to pay for what they are doing, you can't pay it sustainably. And it's important. I used to have a friend who was doing poultry business when I was in school, and when I was in paid employment. But it's not organized, it's not structured, it's just doing it. You cannot compare it with somebody who with 10 naira, started his business with 10 naira, and today is valued at over 15 billion. With 10 naira. But the discipline, the execution. I tell you, I go to farm. I describe farm to you. How you put you pass through water to disinfect your car. As in before COVID, you pass your car through disinfectant. You wash your hand. You wash your legs. You wear mask. You wear feet glove, hand glove, because they don't want you to contaminate the chicken. They've not had any issue of any disease happening to chicken in years. So why? Because execution. So you need to show your workings from a small space and vision. You were not here when I was telling about a guy that was selling rice and he's making 5 million naira per day. Rice. There's no white rice inside. Jollof, fried. There's no pomo, there's no shaki, there's no inkayanu, there's chicken. There's no big portion, small portion, one portion. If you want to, buy 2. There's no sitting area, there's no way to sit. Come in, buy what you want, go. In 2 minutes, you have your rice in your hand. If they are doing wedding down the street and you forgot to cook food for the wedding, you can come and buy it here. In fact, don't cook for the wedding. You can, during the wedding ceremony, send your ushers to come and carry the rice from here. Everybody will eat rice. That's what they're selling. Vision makes it big. So, whatever it is you want to do, show your working. Show your working with a little. With a little. People will be begging the guy with loan now. He doesn't want loan.
Yes.
Yeah? So show the working. Start small. Do something that somebody can look at and say, I see what you're doing. This thing can be big. People are looking for where to put money. Fixed deposit is what percent? It's 10%, 9%. Why would I put my money in fixed deposit if I can guarantee that you know what you are doing? Do you understand? If it's guaranteed that, CM, don't worry, 20%. We'll make 20%. Or we'll share profits. And profit projection is 100%. So that's 50%. And I can trust you. And I can say even if he fails, it makes 20%. It's still better than fixed deposit. But what is an idea? Idea. Many people are collecting those money to fund idea. So we want to do an agri project, the poultry. So I give you 50%. I will talk to my mentor. This poultry is giving 50%. Then this poultry doesn't exist. It does not exist. It will not grow. So yeah.
What do I want to say again? Yeah, he already said everything. I mean, I was going to refer to what he said. I mean, for someone to have recognized that I've seen your work means that he already said how bad it can be. 1 week, 2 weeks, sometimes it's made 2K. So, I mean, it's very clear that one needs to just start, stay with it. Let people see the commitment that you are putting to it. People invest in people, though. It's not businesses. You know, and you need to be tested and a proven person. The fact that, okay, I did this business, failure doesn't label you, it doesn't define you. The fact that I did this, I failed. But when I get up again and I keep moving, people are studying, people are watching. Yeah, people are watching and, you know, they invest in people. And when they see that this person is not going to give up, is going to keep at it, this person is growing. And we know our failure experiences teach us, they train us, yeah, on how not to do this and all of that. Yeah, so the final thing I also wanted to talk about is the fact that, you know, of course, he already said is an idea. There's already an assumption. You believe that where you are is not, but it's a starting point. That is your seed. That's what you have. There's no point thinking about what I don't have. What I have is my starting point. So I'll start from there. Maybe not, of course, definitely not at the level I want to run it, but it's a starting point. What is very important is is the size of the commitment and the consistency with which I drive and put into what I'm doing. That is what people are going to see. That is what will even make somebody loan you money. It's loan you money. They can see that this guy is a serious guy. You know, there's some people that will come and meet you. Even you, as they are looking at it, they come and meet you. I need, as they are saying, I need. You know that Ele was serious. I'm not going to give this person, even if they say loan, this one is not going to pay back. It's not a serious way. People invest in people. And, you know, once you are tested and all of that, yeah, I can take it one step at a time. Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Amar. One lesson that should also stand out to us for those of us that are building capital from cash flow, like the game we played. Mind who you give your money to. Don't invest in ideas. If anybody comes and says, I have an idea, go and do it first, okay? It's that simple now. That's an additional lesson because we're all trying to become investors. We're trying to generate cash flow. So let's keep that in mind as well. Okay, questions here. It says number 5 from the message, the number 5 point there says, forge alliances with like-minded individuals, friends, families. Now this person is asking, what if you don't have someone around to help? What can you do? Well,
that's not possible. It just means you cannot see it. It means you have help all around you, but you are blind. You need a touch. And maybe a first touch or the second touch. But it's not possible because it's either except you lived in a cave. And they were throwing the food from under the door of the cave to you to eat. It's the only reason you can say you don't have people around you. Every human being who lived in a normal society must be able to write down the names of 150 people that they know. Are we together? 150. Your phone must have at least 150 contacts. Except you are raised in a cave. And the people that were giving you food, you didn't meet them. So, because we have access to people, but you may not see them. You may not sight them. And if you don't have enough, then attend conferences. Come to church. Come for meetings. Serve. Get to meet people. Help people with their parking. Be available. We all have people around us. So you are 4 people away from anybody in this world that you need to meet. Are we together? You are a maximum of 4 people away. Sorry, what is this like coming from? You are a maximum of 4 people away from anybody you need to meet. 4. Yeah? You know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. Walk through that network. Okay? You have a network. Walk through that network until you meet someone that can help you. There's somebody that can help you. Believe me, there's always somebody. You may not have paid attention to the person. I always joke and tell people that it doesn't matter how high the people you know are. It matters how well you know them. The person who will link you to your job may be the cleaner. Yeah? I have stories of people who they got there ahead in life because of a security guard that they were kind to. Or a cleaner that said, my company is recruiting people. The HR said they've closed. But if you give me your CV, I can put it on her table in the morning. She will not know that she was the one that he was not there. It's a cleaning privilege.
Yeah, there's access. Yeah.
There's access. Yeah. There are people. My second job was gotten for me by someone that I hired. I hired the person, he was a junior staff. But the person left the company before me and went to work in WAMCO. When he was working in WAMCO, he had an HR director. And he and the HR director somehow became close. They were not in the same department though, but he was helping him out with something, so they were a bit close. The HR director left to somewhere else. Yeah? And then, while they were always talking, they always telling me that, there was this guy that recruited me. He's a very solid guy. He's a very this, he's a very that, he's a very that. One day, that person needed to hire an HR person for a new company that was coming to Nigeria. My name was in his hand. You don't know. You're surrounded by people. Don't say you don't have help. Please, don't say it again.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, sorry, I would like to add something to that. I think when I first heard the question, there was something that got triggered off in my head. When I hear people say that they don't have anybody to help me, it sends a vibe to me. Like you are positioning, you are not even seeing yourself as being able to give value to people. You are on the receiving end. That means you don't have value to give. So if you are like that, you may just need to do some introspection and some check within to see, am I parasitic in my relationships? Am I a leech? Am I leveraging of what I want to get from people? So when I come close to people, today somehow is in the atmosphere, you just seem to repel, people from wanting to warm up to you. So, and everybody has value to give. Every single person. I mean, he gave some examples already. There are so many things that we can help people with that don't involve parting with money if you don't have money. So, I mean, I think we need to see ourselves correctly and enter into, because it's not even, the point is not getting help. It's forging alliances. Forging alliances means you have something to give, I have something to give. So if you look at yourself and you discover that I've not been giving to my relationships. People are not better when they meet with me. And he has said it. Even higher people, everybody needs help in one way or the other. It's entering into relationship with people and saying, what can I do for this person? What can I do for this person? That brings you up, before them. And then you can really enter into alliances and they will see that, this guy has... we have seen partnerships that, he has said it now, there are partnerships that he has entered, he didn't drop a kobo. It's because of value, mentorship. He's been there giving advice, giving counsel. There's so much that you can give to people, so that when the time comes for you to leverage on all of that, have alliances and all, it becomes something really, that can happen. Yeah.
Wow. So as she was talking, I remembered there's somebody that thought he didn't have anybody to help him. He was at the pool of Siloam, and he was there for 38 years. And he wasn't there to add value to anybody. He was there to collect value for himself. And he said that there was nobody to lift him and throw him into the water when the angel that came to help everybody came. But even that man got help from the highest source of help in the world, which was Jesus. Yeah. So no matter how stranded you think you are, if you begin to learn to add value, you realize it's not help. Help people. Let people see you as somebody who can help them. Yeah. And everybody can help people. Everybody can. So, some people need encouragement. Yes. Some people need cheering. Yeah. Some people need support. Yeah. Everybody needs something. Yeah. And once you see yourself as a contributor who delivers some value, then it may be difficult to ask for a hand as well, because it means that you're just parasitic.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. So value yourself, mind how you treat people, contribute to people's life. Let me just share this story, sir. You know, many years, shortly after graduation, someone gave me a lift. He was into transport business, and he just told me, bro, Sheon, please come. Wherever you are going, I will carry. I say, is it not going to affect you? He said, don't worry. He said, as we are going, just be talking to me. You know, I just be, each time you talk, I know you have, just be talking. I said, I should just be talking. And he carried me a distance of over 30 minutes. He said, see, just be talking. I need you to just be talking to me. So encouragement can mean a lot to people. So let's, you know, when she said, sorry, for the sake of those who don't understand Yoruba, Otutunde, as in, you have come again. Don't be the person when they see you, they say, we don't know. What has he come for? What has she come for? So learn to be a contributor. Learn to give value. Thank you. A family that didn't grow or that is not growing based on financial challenge and no helper, but keep praying to God, what should be their expectations because they have a vision. So a family that have financial challenges yet have a vision and they're praying, what should be their expectation?
So I'll say this is a ladder. Take the ladder step by step. The first step is start with a seed. Yes, pray. Of course, I'm not even saying pray because prayer should be our lifestyle. Your primary help is God. Jesus Christ said, after I go, I will send you a helper. So everybody has the Holy Spirit. He is available to help you. And the only way you will get his help is prayer, by conversing with him. So foundationally, you are praying. But the first thing is start with a seed. And I'm not talking about seed offering. I'm not talking about maize seed. I'm saying a seed is start with an idea that God places in your heart. So it's also a function of prayer. Roll your works to God. It will cause your thoughts to be alignable with his will, and then he will establish and cause you to succeed. So start with a seed. Start with that idea and obey. And obedience means go and start. Go and start. If you come and meet me and you say, I am making Zobo, and my Zobo is the best Zobo in Abuja, I have been changing the formula. I have now got a perfect formula of Zobo. I will ask you, okay, how many bottles of Zobo are you selling per day? And you say, I don't have more money than to sell 12 bottles. When I take out the 12 bottles to sell, by 10 a.m., my Zobo has finished. They pay me, I quickly go and make again. And then I come back. But usually, I can't even attend to my customers. You have a business that's shown potentials to grow. I will say, how much is that 12 bottles? Say, that 12 bottles cost me 12,000. No problem. If you want to have more centers you're using, how much more will you need? You can say, I need 50 million. Nobody's going to listen to you. But if you say, if I have 48 million, I can have 4 locations. And if I have another 12 million, I can have somebody who is on them, who is sharing revenue with me, so that I can manage 4 locations. Let me go and try that for the next 3 months. If I like what I'm seeing, I'll come and see you again. That sounds like the birthing of a relationship. I am very excited to spend time with somebody who I know is a worthwhile investment, than to spend time with somebody who I know will just listen to my ideas, celebrate the ideas, and not do anything. So, for me, this next step, before you say you have a vision, before that vision, we have a vision for what? Your vision is to create what? Your vision for the business, for the seed, for the family, for the structure, for whatever you are building. When I left school, I had a friend who we used to laugh at each other. That one day we are going to work together, and we are both Christians, but we tell ourselves that the kind of business we will do, we will clean out banks, as in all the bank's money will finish. But I wanted to do business, he wanted to do NGO. So we used to joke and say, it's Ngo business that is doing, Ngo, NGO. That is also Ngo is doing. But guess what? Today, His Ngongo business has branches in about 7 countries. His Ngongo business is getting grants of $1 million. He's doing very well. He has Ngongo that he wants to do. And he has vision behind the Ngongo business. There is no business that is too low.
Absolutely.
I can sell kerosene. If you think kerosene is a bad business, I have sold bread and egg before. As you see me. I have barbed hair before. As you see, I can barb your hair. What do you want?
$1 million naira.
Today's price.
Trading range.
I have barbed hair before. I've done transport business before. I've sold treble peppermint before. I've failed woefully at it. I've done. So there's nothing that is beneath you and say, that one is beneath. No. There's dignity in labor.
Yes, sir.
Look at that's one your idea. Settle with it. You know, some people look at, currently, what am I doing? We are doing herbs. We are selling agbo with packaging. You should be laughing. It's laughable.
Well, reader is not agbo, there are levels in agbo,
No, but I'm just saying that if you want to demean, if you want to look at person and say, Kilo Ghana, but you can do that thing and be earning billions. Are we together?
Yes.
But people like, I'm a fashion designer. I am into empowerment. I'm investing in real estate. Every scammer is doing real estate. Now, every scammer. Someone can say, I'm going to invest in real estate. I'm sorry for you. It's not real estate, though. So, there's dignity in labor. Whatever it is you are doing has potential for skill. I watched a video recently. One lady said she went on YouTube to share with people how to save. She just learned how to save. So, how to have a wallet and label your wallet. Now, of course, you can't do it with Naira. The wallet will tear. But you can do it in dollars. So, you label the wallet, tax, you put money for tax inside. Food, you put money for food inside. Accommodation, you put money for accommodation, all the dollars inside. She went on YouTube and she did it. And people liked it. So, she started making the wallet. So, she made the wallet, designed the wallet, and said, who wants to buy? Do you know that her business, she made over $1 million? As in, she showed her house. She has storage. She said after the wallet, after a while, she now decided to make colorful ones. She now decided to make one for children. Then she said, as in she was doing different, she had stock. So every day she wakes up in the morning, she comes, packages the order for the day, sends. Package the order for the day. As in, before she knew what it was, she was over $1 million from making wallets. There are plenty of things that people are doing, Someone is selling clothes. One woman was selling clothes. Is everybody not selling clothes? But she's selling her own clothes and she has made over $40 million from the clothes. She said she and her husband are doing it together. That initially they were doing a side hustle. They were selling the clothes. People are buying the clothes. The designer said, she'll go and buy the design she wants. She has an eye. She says she has an eye for beauty. So, and then the husband has structure and organization. And they're selling the clothes. So don't look down on anything. There's one woman in Ilorin that sells moi moi. It's only moi moi she sells. If I go to Ilorin and I want to buy moi moi, there's nowhere else I'm going. I know the junction where she is. It's not a very convenient place to park. We park at the distance and eat the moi moi. It's only moi moi she's making. She's making excellent moi moi. You will be shocked when you find out how much some of these amala joints are making. If you want, sit down in the day and be calculating it. Some people's destiny, as in. So what am I saying? I'm saying don't look down on anything you're doing. There's a version of that thing that is a $1 billion business. There's a version of it that's a $1 billion business. And that's what you need to have vision. There's no need for vision if there's nothing you're doing. Your vision is playing. They play. They play. But when there's a vision, when you are selling, as in there are people, do you know that there are people who are exporting cricket? You know cricket? I hope you know that people Do you know esusu? You know esusu?
Yes.
Termites. You know people are exporting termites. Because somebody's in London, somebody's in Canada. He used to eat those termites when he was young in Nigeria here. And he's missing it. And it's been sold for $5, $10. He's buying the termites. So what am I saying? I'm saying, start small before vision. Break it. And become a value creator. That's what it means. Become a value creator. Have value that you begin to add. It's important.
Just a little something to add. I think it appears to me like the people, the family involved seem to be feel stuck at the moment. Maybe they're a bit overwhelmed. They are unable to decide or determine how they want to start. It may not be bad to meet with. All the things he's been speaking about, he always refers to a mentor, always refers to somebody he talks to. I think to be able to get started for some people, they may need to approach someone that they respect, somebody who is doing well in business, somebody who they know cares about their welfare, somebody who can hold you accountable. Because it is, in being able to take the step, the accountability does not seem to be working because they are not getting anything started. So you may need to have somebody that both of you would meet with, someone who can say, oh yeah, by the end of this June, what are the things you're looking at? We're looking at the fact that you must have begun and all of that. So that may be important to get you started, so that you can be on your way. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, questions before we read again. Microphone, please get it over to Brother Kefas.
Praise God.
How many of us still have questions? Let me see. Show of hands. We'll give room for 2 more before we read what is here. So, fastest fingers going 1. Going. Gone. So, after Brokefas, we just read this.
All right. Thanks so much, sir and ma, for the great value you have added to us, as well as the wisdom and direction. The question I want to ask is that, like from today's teaching, I understand that the emphasis is about adding value and also having vision in respect to probably starting something small. I would please appreciate if you can explain what was discussed today in the context of those who probably are more comfortable in doing paid employment. For instance, those that are more concerned with, having a structure already somewhere, probably working as paid employee or pursuing a career or something. Because there are instances where some people might tell you that they are not really too comfortable starting anything. To them, they feel more comfortable aligning with a system that is already established, and they'll be willing to give their all to ensure that they climb through the corporate ladder. Thank you.
So my thought about that, like I said, I shared at some point that when we're talking about Joseph, that some people may need to surrender themselves to a system. Now, I think everybody needs to understand how business works, because wherever you are working is a business. Wherever you are working has an objective. Wherever you are working has an output. And you can play different roles in that establishment that equates to value. Now, for many people and it's perfectly okay. If you look at the cash flow game we played, everybody there was an employee. Yeah. There was no entrepreneur there. Yeah. The entrepreneurial value of what we have is when we take out some of our funds to invest in real estate, or to invest in a startup business, or to invest in somebody else's partnership as well. So the idea is, I can be working somewhere and be earning 50,000 naira. What will make me ever be able to earn 500,000 naira is that I have also added value to myself. And that's where the value equation also comes in as well. To say, even in career, my weight to the organization will vary. There are people who are working where I'm working today. If they want to go, we'll ask them how much are they offering you, and try our best to match it. because of the value they're offering. And there are people who, when they say they are going, will buy cake and drinks and celebrate with them and send them forth. It's still not a bad thing. So the idea is, by skilling up, by learning new things, by learning how to do new things, by developing capacity, you can begin to grow your value. Everybody is an entrepreneur because everybody has an output as well. You are growing. You are becoming more valuable. Your price to an organization is becoming better. And I think it's important that you have that consciousness. So Joseph was learning different skills. He was learning how to do this. He was learning how to do that. That's the same way we also need to grow as well. So within the context of today, I'll say start small with whatever skill you have. Take on your first job with that. But don't stop there. I don't know how you can be a security man for 30 years. I don't know how you can be a cleaner for 50 years. You can, in the midst of what you're doing, ask yourself, what skills can I learn? What can I grow into? How can I become better? And then grow yourself, and then have a vision of how well you can grow. The highest paid people in Nigeria are not really entrepreneurs. There are some people that are earning salaries that are scary. And all they are doing is salary. But they are not salary earners like that. They have become one with the vision of the organization. So you can't really call them their CEO. It means they are the chief executive officer of that business idea. They're the ones running it now. So I think that's important. And I think from there, you can partner strategically. So, and it's I don't have to do a business of my own. Even as I'm doing what I'm doing, if you listen to me, I am partnering with many people. I am investing in many people. So, Bible says, is it Luke 16, where Jesus Christ praised the shrewd manager who started negotiating with all his master's customers and giving them a better deal. And why? So that when they fire him, he can have friends. Different things can shock you in different areas of life at any time. One of the ways to secure yourself as well is to have your seeds upon many waters. Have relationships that you have invested in that will not look at you anyhow. Do you understand? As in, people say things like, if I go to this, I can't have people to stay with. If I want to jackpot today and I'm broke, I will jackpot successfully. If I'm broke. The places where I will stay for the next 1 year, in every country I may want to go to, they exist. I may not want to burden one person with the entire 1 year and share it. I will do 4 months here, 4 months here, 4 months here, and I will not be a burden. In fact, they will not want me to go. So, I'm saying that because of what I've been privileged to do in times past. And even when I get there, what I will do when I'm there for their children, they will want me to be their permanent uncle. And that's because it's about value. Your mind needs to be wired to be owed, not to be the debtor. Your mind needs to be wired, how can I give? How can I give? How can I give? What can I give? So that's for what I think for career people. Something came to mind before you share. Something came to mind. It would not be a bad idea. I don't know who can execute it, but I want to throw the idea out there. It would not be a bad idea if you have, and I can partner with you to make it happen. If you have a zero interest cooperative here, meaning that people can save together. When they want to borrow, is at no interest. But there is what we can do for that ecosystem to ensure that it still gains value. I think there's a lot of, so your seed, like we said, your cash flow keeps adding as you want to buy assets. Assets, business and assets, but it's not a pathway everybody needs to follow. But everybody needs to understand that everything that generates value is a system. And you must be able to evaluate a system properly before you invest in it. Otherwise, you invest in things that will carry your money away.
Additionally, I just want to assume or, just design a scenario in my head of somebody who is a career person, who is going higher, who has walked through, very solid systems and has a spouse who is possibly entrepreneurial. I think there's a lot of value, the benefit of experience to be able to help your spouse set up systems and structures based on your own experience of how things work in corporate, of how businesses run, how all of those things can actually be brought home, additionally to, to what he has said, can be brought home to make something really amazing out of what your partner is. Of course, you're doing it together. So, it becomes a win-win at the end of the day. You're adding value to yourself, you're giving value, you can bring it home and also have, something really beautiful come out of there. Yeah.
Thank you, Ma. On the cooperative, I know one of the men's meeting, we've closed the raising of hands. Okay, add, right? Okay, please get the mic to her. But the cooperative, something was floated at the men's fellowship some time ago. Maybe we have a window here, and let's see how we'll plug into that. So, Bro Jeffia, please take notes. Okay, quickly, Sister Debbie.
Okay, I wanted to say, in starting from the question, I'm assuming also that maybe the person don't have a job and the person is trying to get started. I want to build a career. I've been trying to apply at different organizations and nobody has been willing to take me. I want to encourage that you can volunteer.
Yeah.
You see an organization that you want to work in, you can go there. I've done it before.
Yeah.
You go there, I want to work for free. Don't pay me anything. And give value. There's no way you give that kind of value. You gain experience. You might not be paid there, but it will give you a lot of experience that will earn you a better job in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very
Word.
much. Okay, this question, very interesting. In this new era, where government has increased fuel price, and in the coming days, prices of goods will go up, how should I change or increase the price of my products so that I won't lose customers? Because some customers have started rejecting price increases. So this is advice for a business owner. It's a real challenge, really, for some businesses right now.
So, we understand that by faith, God created the heavens and the earth. And your life of faith is not separated from your life at all. So what I will say is, act, move by faith. Allow God to guide you, because faith comes by hearing. There's no faith without instruction. It is what you have been told that the faith backs you up to find delivered. So work with God. I'll tell you, I personally don't feel that the fuel price has gotten to where it's going. It will still either come down or it may go up. So even they don't know as well. They're also living by faith. I saw a news article this morning that said defining the price of fuel within 24 hours is unconstitutional. Because if really there's subsidy removal, then the price of fuel should render itself to market forces. And demand and supply is what should determine the price. And that will determine the price ultimately. The people who have been buying 1 million liters can no longer buy 1 million liters. They now need loan. They now need to collect interest. And all of dynamics that come with it will work. We can do some basic calculation and see what's the price of PMS imported, analyze the price of processing, analyze XYZ. And if we are still importing, meaning Dangote's refinery is not in the picture and the finance are not working, the landing price of fuel today should not, based on my own small calculation, should not exceed 340 naira. But of course, they have created margin for labor strike. Because when labor strikes, if you are proactive, you must increase the price to a point so that when labor strikes, you can say, we remove 100 naira. so that labor too can also go to their people and say, we tried. Because nobody wants to. Anybody that will not allow you to eat and belly full, you cook their own. So I think the current price has cooked different people's own into it. My own gut feel. I feel they've cooked it into it, so we have not gotten to where we're going yet. What I think is best to do is try to leave your price where it is, but charge for courier. Because that's a price that has come upon us. The cost of logistics has changed, even though momentarily. Try and leave your price where it is, put the value on courier and tell people, you know how it is. We think our price will increase too, but we don't want to be unfair to anybody. We are still doing at the price we are doing that we can afford to do. And if you've already done your mathematics and you cannot afford to do it at that price anymore, price up and move forward by faith. The people that will stay will stay. People that will be angry for a moment. When they realize that all your competitors have priced up as well, they will come back to where there is excellent service and relationship. So I won't bellyache too much about it. What I have done in the business I do is I've told people, courier costs, we will give you courier subsidy. And that's because we had a value that wanted to support courier with initially. So that value has now become a subsidy. The actual product cost will still go on as it is until we find out that we can no longer produce at that price. And then when we find out, it will be, people will feel that you have treated them fairly. You didn't jump into, there's a filling station that is saying, there's a filling station in Lagos that is selling at 189, 198. Till now. Bovas, Abi? Yes. They've become popular now, are they not? Yes. So they have used the extra margin to do marketing. Because that's what they have done. They have become popular. They are losing money because their cost of replacements is likely to be higher. But if it comes back to 340, their marketing cost will have been 100 and something, 150 naira. If it goes lower, fantastic. If it goes higher, everybody is still going to lose money. So, you know, but we have marketing costs that we have spent. So, yeah.
Wow, thank you very much. These other questions are related. This next one. How do families cope within this economy without transferring aggression to their partner or children? And then the third one, what sustains love in marriage? So how do families cope in this economy?
How families have succeeded in every other economy. Trust in the Lord with all your heart.
Yes.
Lean not on your own understanding. Yeah. In all your ways acknowledge Him. And He will direct your path. Abi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trust in the Lord with some of your heart.
No.
All. Lean not on some of your understanding. Lean not on your own understanding. In some of your ways acknowledge Him. In some of your ways.
All your ways.
In all your ways, apart from the ways of when there is subsidy issue.
No.
In all your ways, acknowledge Him. And He will direct your paths when there's no subsidy issue.
No, all of the
Every time you direct your path. So trust Him. Trust Him. Nothing is supposed to divide your family. Your family is supposed to divide anything that's coming across their way. So hold on to God. Listen, in my language, they say, if they pound yam inside leaf and cook soup inside granite shell, the person that will belly full.
Yes.
What that means is, it doesn't matter what's going on around. The kingdom is the Lord's. Amen. We are in God's kingdom. Yes. We are servants of God's kingdom. The economy around does not concern us. If it's not raining, God will command the widow in Zarephath to feed us. Amen. If it's not storming, God will command the raven to carry food and feed us. If things are going, God will always make sure that we're taken care of. I have no fear. I have no doubts. And it's not because of what I have as bank balance. I just know that where I am today is the least I can ever be. It gets better from here. Lights will shine at the end of the tunnel. You know, so you need to have that faith and belief as well. And how do you keep love? Love thrives. Love is like an harvest. It's a harvest. The seed of love is communication. Absolutely. The seed of love is giving. It's investing in it. Seed of love is spending time. Seed of love is... So if you want love to grow, the things you are doing when love was growing, don't stop doing them. Some men feel, I don't catch them. The end. And then that's the end of the love. You know? And that's why some ladies, even when you have caught them, they never allow you to catch them. But you need to continue to invest in it and continue to communicate. Never get to a place where you don't understand something and you allow it to go. Don't let it go. Okay, let's talk about this thing now. And find a better way to say it. You understand? There's always a better way.
Always.
There's always a better way. Sometimes you are getting the wrong answer because of how you are asking.
Yes.
Ask another way. Eh? Develop a strategy to ask for the communication you need so that everybody is happy.
Well, I think you have said the most of it. What I just wanted to add is the fact that, I mean, when this first subsidy thing came, I remembered my heart just did gigi. Like, man, everything is going to change. Of course, I was already thinking, oh, the people that work with us, the fuel they used to go and come back, how much do they have? So I just I worried about everything that minute. And I just settled down and asked myself, are you here in Nigeria? I said, yes. All these people, are they here? Yes. We all have the same, we're all surrounded by the same reality. So you are not alone. First of all, calm down. So what I would like to say, the first thing I would like to say is, within the, and I think he has addressed it by talking about communication. I think parents, or more importantly, fathers, shoulder unnecessarily pressure. I know that, yes, men are supposed to take care of their home, but communication with your spouse will make, I don't think it makes you less of a man if you express some of the things that you feel. You just may have the needed counsel and all of that you need from your spouse. Your spouse is your partner. She's not your subordinate. God has placed her in your life for a purpose, and this season is not an exception. So I believe that when you have those overwhelming times, overwhelming feelings, that calm word, that reassuring word, that, whatever that comes from your spouse will help you to feel, to douse the initial pressure that you suddenly, because sometimes it comes on you like, and that's the whatever transferred aggression. You are bottling it up, this matter, hey, how are we going to do it? How am I going to, hey, as a man, I must not fall the hand of, so only you are steering in it, only you are, But when you share, it doesn't make you less, of the head of the home. It doesn't make, I think some of these things are just unnecessary pressure, and of course, I know how you say it, because I know I've also spoken to men that say, hey, if I should tell my wife this is the amount of pressure I'm going through, she may just lose her mind, or she may also, with a lot of tact, knowing the partner you're dealing with, just convey, oh, this is how it is. You know how you will do it, on a case-by-case basis. And, with wisdom, you can navigate, and you discover that really it's not as bad as yeah. And then secondly, talking about love, there's a saying that love is spelled commitment. And we talk about this a lot, and we encourage families to also do it. How do you make love grow in a family? Or, by creating rituals, creating things that you will do as a family on a week-by-week basis. If you're able to, maybe 2 times in a week, like we have some things that we do every Friday evening. We have Thank God It's Friday at home. After everybody has gone to come back, this is Friday. Whatever we're able to buy. Sometimes we buy pizza and drink. We'll slot in a movie. The children, everybody's involved in choosing the movie. Yeah, votes. Okay. This, every time they're looking forward to Thank God It's Friday. So you can create, there are different things you can create. Does it change your account balance? Does it change your business reality that you are deciding to do Thank God It's Friday? No, it doesn't change it at that time. But that ritual that you are put in place to ensure that you are working on is fostering love, is promoting, putting the family together, creating the bond and all that. So within your family, there are different things that you can put together, and yeah, that's just an example. But it needs to be a commitment and a deliberate decision, and the way we do it, we have an officer that is in charge of Thank God It's Friday. Somebody will remind us. Another person will arrange, what are we going to eat? Everybody's involved, and it feels like, and the family. So, and it doesn't cost, it's not but it does a lot more than what you're putting into it. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ma. I think an assignment was given out at a couples fellowship some time ago. Husbands were supposed to take their wives out. How many people submitted their assignments? Okay, so those who have not done it, It is well with you people. Or is my name on that list? Where's my wife? Please, let's put our hands together for Pastor Deolu and Pastor Tope. God bless you, sir and ma. Thank you so much. So,